Rifles are made for long-range shooting. These days, with good ammo and good rifles, shooters are making hits at incredible distances. So, what is your rifle capable of, and how do you get the most out of it? Doesn't matter if you're a hunter trying to hit that trophy at 400 yards, a competitive shooter trying to hit targets at long distances, or if you just want to impress your friends at the range. Today on Gun Talk, we're talking long-range shooting. Townsend Whalen, the noted gun writer, talked about only accurate rifles being interesting. He also said that if you really want to find out if everything's working right, you got to get out and shoot at long range. Each person has his own idea of what constitutes long range.
There's so many factors that come into play with long range shooting.
Long range is a very ambiguous term. It's really dependent on the weapon system, the shooter especially, and the application.
To me, long-range shooting would be pushing a particular weapon platform to its limits.
It's just the proper application of the basics with the utmost precision.
It's different for everyone, and for the regular guy coming in, 300 or 400 yards might be considered really long range until he goes and takes a class, and then all of a sudden 500, 600, 700 yards becomes possible, no problem.
When first getting into long-range shooting, you're hit with a blizzard of terms. The most used is MOA.
If you're looking at getting into long-range shooting, some of the things that you're going to hear is the different terminology used with the guns. So you're going to hear sub-MOA, MOA, mils, ballistic coefficient, max ordnance, and come-ups. So get out there, do your homework, and learn these things before you stroke that high-dollar check for these guns. One of the things we want to cover today is what the definition of MOA really is.
MOA stands for minutes of angle. It's essentially an angular measurement that starts at your muzzle and works out as you get away from your muzzle. It equates to 1 inch per 100 yards. So at 100 yards it's 1 inch, at 2 it's 2 inches, 3 inches, and so on and so forth. On this US Optics scope, these clicks are quarter-minute adjustments. For each click, it moves it a 1/4 inch per 100 yards. You need to do your math to reach out to those targets that you want to hit.
Sig Sauer has been making the excellent SSG 3000 long-range rifle for some time. Dave Grimsham has extensive experience with sniper rifles in the military, and he heads up SIG's rifle program.
But Dave, we all know SIG makes pistols, and that's what they've made forever. But what is this thing here?
Well, Greg, this is our SSG 3000. It's a 7.62x51 sniper platform. Basically, it's kind of a modular system. It doesn't look like it, but in a way it is. The trigger is modular, where it's adjustable in several modes. You can adjust the movement of the trigger fore and aft to complement.
Length of pull.
Exactly, for length of pull. Plus, you can adjust the let off and the poundage on it as well, and that can be done by the end user.
Now, this almost looks like a Macmillan A4 stock, but
Macmillan does make this stock for us because of the nature of the action of the SSG. As you can see where it drops down here in the center, it's a little bit different than most guns. It looks different than like a Remington 40X or something of that nature. But as we move to the rear of the stock, we got quite a bit of adjustment on it. We have obviously a length of pull adjustment, which is made by removing or replacing spacers, and then the cheek piece that's movable up and down, fore and aft, and side to side as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. I'm only about 5'9", but I have an unusually long length of pull and a very high cheek weld, so that is something essential for myself when I'm looking at a rifle.
You get somebody behind the gun and you see a lot of shooters where their head's canted way over. They don't understand that you want to be able to take that cheek piece and move it laterally as well, so your head's straight up and it takes a strain out of your neck.
Right.
Some of the other features about the rifle is it's a short throw bolt, 60 degree. It's a very fast, very smooth bolt action. The safety, if you look down here, is built into the trigger guard, so you can maintain the weapon on safe. You can still have a good firing grip and disconnect the safety by just pressing up with your trigger finger. The barrel's free floating. We have a handrail in the front so you can mount a hand stop, you can mount bipod, sling attachments, so the rail covers basically the whole length of the forearm of the gun. Built-in M1913 rail. So it's got a lot of the features that you know, you would look for in a platform of this nature.
Dave, that looks like a pretty cool rifle, and I can't wait to put some rounds down range with it.
Coming up, Greg tried out the SIG rifle, and we get into the details of precision shooting.